Hi everyone. So I wanted to make a bit of a different kind of video today. I was at a doTERRA leadership event at the weekend called Live a Cause, and it really inspired me. And so I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that and about some of the things that I learned, and also about the abundance that this life can afford, but abundance really with a bit of a difference. So one thing that I realised, we were told like just before we went, about 12 hours before we went, that we had to come up with an idea of a vision of how our life was going to be, and how our life was going to be kind of 5 years down the line, and where we were going to be at, like in terms of our rank, in terms of what we were giving back charitably, and in terms of how we spent our day. And we were told to think about this. So I did mine and went along, and then we started sharing quite early on in the event. And one thing that I realised was that I was still thinking really small, and everybody else that I came across was thinking much bigger. And I think this was the first thing that my first kind of light bulb moment, really. I think that this idea of a scarcity mentality is something that's very ingrained in me. I'll just get my tea. Very ingrained in me, and many of us. I think when you grow up with poverty, it's something that's always in you. And I've been doing a lot of self-development work, a lot of work to move away from this scarcity mentality, this idea that, I can't afford it, I don't have enough, this kind of mentality, towards a mentality where I don't even speak those words, and I feel rich, and I tell myself, every day that I'm grateful for what I've got. And I kind of think, I felt like I got quite far in this journey, but when we partnered up with everyone, I realised, in terms of my ambitions, in terms of where I wanted to get to with rank, doTERRA rank, I still wasn't fully letting go. And those like little voices in my head, that work I've done is still kind of, I still need to do a lot more work. For example, my 5-year goal was to be a blue diamond, which is quite a high rank in doTERRA. And I thought, what be realistic was everybody else was presidential diamond. And that was quite telling to me that, if I didn't have this ambition and actually reach for the moon, reach for the stars, then, that I needed to work on that, and I need to have the confidence to think much bigger and really trust in my abilities, my leadership abilities. So there were lots of amazing speakers, but one leader I really connected with, the leader called Rosie Greeny. I urge you to look her up. She's a presidential diamond in Ireland. Her partner is in Australia, but they've together they're presidential diamonds, and she's also a founder. And to put into context, like, she's a really down-to-earth, lovely mother, really, down-to-earth, lovely person. And she's a presidential diamond. I haven't actually, I did a little group with her as well while we were there, and I haven't actually been in such close proximity to a presidential diamond. And just for those of you that don't know, a presidential diamond in doTERRA earns about 85,000 euros a month. This is like a life-changing, more than life-changing amount of money that this lovely woman is earning. And she's just like so down to earth. Like, everyone in doTERRA is so down to earth and so humble. Even the founders of the company, you really get that, that essence. They're really connected with their spirituality. But one of the things, and I really wanted to talk to you about today, about this abundant mentality, was really, she talked to us about something called the sequence of success, and specifically visualization and journaling, and how key these are. And she said that setting your goals daily and really focusing on these 6 areas is really key to her success. And so the first one that she talked about was faith. And this is really your connection with your creator. So whether or not you're spiritual, religious, whatever you are, this is like number one, to really have this faith, this idea that we are, that the spirit is all around us and it's really guiding us. And that came up over and over again. Secondly, you know, your partnership, your marriage, the person that you're with, the person that you love, to really prioritize that and don't let that kind of, you know, drop down in your pursuit of your dreams. The next thing was kids, if you've got them, to really keep them, you know, high up and really focus on your family. Next, number 4 was to really look at your talent and your purpose, so your why. And this is really key in doTERRA. You know, doTERRA are a company that are really about giving back. And, you know, it's fine to have a lot of abundance, but what's really key is thinking about what we can do with that abundance, how we can change the world, what good we can do, what percentage of what we're earning we can actually give back, and what charitable causes we want to support, and what is our why. Like, why are we doing this? You know, once you get a certain amount of money and your needs are met, then why? You know, who do you want to help? What you know, what do you want to do? How do you want to give back? How do you really want to make a difference in this world? Yeah, that was number 4. Number 5 was fellowship, so community. And, you know, in doTERRA, that is really what we're building. We're building community. We're bringing community together. You know, I work with such a beautiful, wonderful group of women here, and, you know, they're like my doTERRA sisters. They're different to my other friends, and it's a wonderful gift to be building that and seeding that and having people join that community, our wider community. And finally, this idea of charity, you know, peace, joy, happiness, and feed the hungry, clothe the naked, and free the captive. You know, this idea is, you know, really, really strong and really powerful in doTERRA. But one of the things that she said that she did every day, she did a vision board, and every day, without fail, she journaled. And I've got like quite a big kind of morning repertoire of things that I do, but journaling is something that I haven't really put top of the list, but now I am. And the way that she said to journal was quite unique, because I just kind of wrote down what was in my mind, what I was thinking, what I was grateful for. That was my extent of journaling. But the way that she kind of went through 2 ways that you can journal. One way is that you can just focus on 9 words a day. And this was the first one. So if you haven't got a lot of time, this is really good. So you're basically looking at where you are in 5 years and then where you are in 10 years, but you're talking like in the now. So for example, this is the short one. I am very grateful. I am a blue diamond with doTERRA. I am earning 35,000 euros a month. I earned this money. I became Blue Diamond on the 1st of February 2025. I earn this money with grace, with ease, with love. And whenever you write, you're writing in the present tense. So you're really visualizing that right now. You always, you know, talk about the fact that you're earning this money with peace and with love and with grace and with goodwill, and that you're grateful. And with peace, joy, and happiness, that's really key. And then you basically list like words. So you list like all of these positive words like inspiration, integrity, dynamic, and then you just basically, you know, write those words, and then that's like the short practice, okay? And then the second practice that she talked about again was like, you know, you can do like a more immediate goals, but you do like a 5-year and then like a 10-year. And you really, the devil is in the detail was something that she kept saying. So you really, you know, saying, you know, I'm so grateful, it's 2025, I'm consistently earning, you know, 35,000 a month. For me, I'm putting stuff like in the year 2020, I got to silver rank, and then by January 2021, I hit diamond, which is, you know, 16,000 euros a month. I hit that money every month. I work really closely with my team. I live in a house that's surrounded by forest. I'm filled with love. You know, me and my partner go away on an adventure every month. We liked it, and it's really detailed. And so you're kind of saying where you are, like in that time, in that 5 years, but you can also kind of say, you know, this was when I achieved diamond rank and this was how much. So like by saying the money, sometimes we shy away from that. You know, we're a bit like, oh, I don't want to say that. I'm a bit scared that we're going to earn abundance. And you know, money is energy. And what's really important is to say how much money and the date that you're going to earn that money and what you're going to do with that money. And, you know, for me, I talk about the charitable foundations that I want to set up, and I want to set these up by this, I set these up by this date, and how they're going to work, and, you know, what my house is going to look like, and where we're going to go on our adventures. And then after I've written all of that, then I just write words like aspiration, inspiration, passion, meditation, guided, and just write all of those words, any of those words that are in my mind. And she said that she did that every day for 3 years. And someone else in the presentation also said about this whole 3 years idea. So that's something that I've really taken on. This morning it was really hard because I wanted to go and do an early class in the gym, and I literally had 15 minutes. So I just like sat there and just wrote everything and just tried to really visualize it again. And someone bought me this really lovely diary. Someone actually that I enrolled bought me this really lovely diary. I don't know if you've seen this. It's called the 6-Minute Diary. And it's a really lovely guide, and it's got this little like bit for gratitude in it. And so I'm also working with this, and this has like a little like I'm grateful for, this is how I'll make today great, positive affirmation. And then what you do is in the evening you do my good deed for the day, how I'll improve, and great things I experience. So I'm actually working with these 2 journaling practices, because this one's like just a little mini gratitude practice, and then the other one I'm working with every day. And you know, visualization, to actually feel that, to feel that mind state, and to feel that abundance, and really feel how it feels in your body is so key. You know, visualization, to create vision boards. This is something that we've all done on our team, made our vision boards. And I actually when I came home on Sunday, I was exhausted, but I actually re-looked at my vision board and made it much bigger. So, you know, I'm not going for blue diamond now. I want to be presidential diamond, and that's my, you know, my 10-year goal. And I think it's important to share this idea, and not hide away, and not feel like you can't speak your ambitions, and that you can't be proud of the fact that this is what you want to achieve. And, you know, this idea of becoming conscious millionaires is really what we're about in doTERRA. You know, it's not about having for me, it's not about, you know, having handbags and not being kind with that money. It's about taking that money and looking at how you can give back, and what you can do, and how you can reinvest that money for good work in the world, not for your own game, not for materialistic. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. You know, I think that I'm really proud of the business that I'm in, and I'm really conscious of my why and why I'm doing this. You know, I want to help women, and I want to help teenage girls, and I want to help girls that don't have a lot of money like I didn't, and don't have that scarcity mentality, and really, you know, help people to think big, and help people to have access to resources that maybe, you know, wouldn't. And this life is really going to afford not just me, but also my team, that, you know, I'm not just building this business for me, I'm building this business for my team, for women, so that we can all grow, and we can all, you know, we can all rise up together. So yeah, I just wanted to share that today, because it's a bit of a different video, but I just feel that, you know, this idea of visualization, of goals, of journaling is so powerful on whatever level, and there are so many different ways that we can access it and start this wonderful daily practice. So thank you.